Good evening. How are you guys doing tonight? Oh, I usually start my vlog by saying hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, it's late tonight, you guys, and it's already fogging up, but we're just gonna have to deal with it tonight. Am I gonna have to wait until it gets unfoggy? It is currently 1:50. Hold on a second, let me clean off the camera. Hold on a second. It is I hope that helps, and I hope it stays that way. But anyway, oh wait, I need to get the one corner down here. Hi, how are you? It is 1:52 a.m. and we got back to the room about 10 minutes ago. We didn't plan to stay out this late tonight, but we did. First things first, I want to address, so our view is oceanfront, so that is the ocean right there. This is glass, okay? And I got some comments and people were like, is there like a person in a bed over there, like that I'm looking like across the way? So that is Alex in the bed, and apparently some people messaged him and were like, I can see you in the back of Peter's vlogs. And so Alex was like, good thing I wasn't nude and changing in the back of your vlog. And I'm like, well, I can see you laying in bed. You didn't get out of bed the entire time that I was vlogging. But anyway, so yes, Alex is laying in bed right there. That's our bed in the room. But anyway, I just wanted to address that because I think people were confused by what this is our room that you can see. You can see like this is my hand. So you can see, I mean, this is my hand, but you can see it's like going, okay, you get it, right? So anyway, what a great day. Now, I often say on here, this is gonna be a short vlog, and then it ends up being like an hour or 45 minutes, 40 minutes. But this is gonna be a short vlog because I'm really tired, and we just started watching The Beach again 25 minutes ago, which we watched the end of it the other night, but it just started, and so we're watching the beginning of it. Again, they just got to the beach. I wanted to see the beach, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go outside and vlog once they get to the beach. So anyway, another great day. Very relaxing day today. Before I get off here, I never really talked about the whole shaman ritual thing that we did yesterday. Like, I put it at the beginning of the video, and then I never talked about it, so I want to make sure I talk about that. But anyway, I'll just tell you what I did today. So, well, last night, I can't remember what movie we were watching while I was vlogging, but I went in, and then, like, Alex and I watched the end of it, and then he was, like, half asleep, so he was going to bed, and I was waiting for the vlog to get uploaded. So I turned it on Volcano. Do you guys remember that movie? I think it's with Tommy Lee Jones from way back in the day. And I feel like I saw it originally when it came out. It's like one of those, you know, disaster catastrophe movies. But I watched like half of it. It's really good. I forgot. It takes place in LA, and it's about how like this, Anne Heche is in it. And it's about how like this volcano system comes up like in the La Brea tar pits and like underneath, like, anyway, it was actually like a really good movie. So anyway, I watched like half of it, but then I was like, okay, it's getting really late, like I need to go to bed. And Alex was already asleep by that point. So, got up today, I slept in a little bit. Alex slept in too. I had a massage at 11 o'clock. They have this whole hydrotherapy place here that you can do like the spa. The spa is so nice here. You can get there like an hour early and use like the sauna and the spa and like the pool and everything. That they have like this private pool just for the spa. I didn't do any of that. I just showed up for my massage at 11 o'clock. I had an 80-minute massage. It was very, very nice. Somebody commented on the vlog and said, oh, Peter, don't have a deep tissue massage with a back injury. I have been cleared to have any kind of massage by my doctors, have said that that's completely fine at this point. It didn't help it, and it didn't hurt it. It didn't really do anything except for relax me, but I was very, what's the word I'm looking for? I told the guy, I was like, I had this back injury and things like that, and so he was real careful with me. It wasn't super intense or anything like that. I mean, it was just kind of like a basic massage. It was really nice. It was very relaxing. It was just kind of nice for me to just, get out of myself and listen to the music, and it was just really nice. So I had the massage. when I was getting the massage, Alex ordered room service, breakfast, lunch. He ordered a cheeseburger and quesadillas. And so I was actually coming up to the room because afterwards I got a coffee, and then I made a couple phone calls. And they have like a little coffee shop here that's real cute. And so I got iced coffee and was making a couple phone calls. And so when I was coming back to the room, he was actually going down to the beach. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna like change and get ready and stuff. And he said, okay, I'll get the chairs ready. So he went down to the beach and got the chairs ready, and I changed and I went down and met him. And then I started getting hungry. I think it was like 2:30 or 3. Well, we went down to the beach about 1, and I've been wearing very heavy sunscreen, so just so y'all know. And we were at the beach. I started listening to the second to last Misfortune book I started listening to today. I only got like 15 minutes into it. I was really antsy on the beach today. Like oh god, the battery is already at the halfway mark. I may have to go in and get a new battery if the battery dies, because I didn't charge the battery last night. I was really antsy. Like I had a really hard time sitting just on the chair today and just like sitting there. I really enjoy I like to listen to music on the beach, but I really enjoy just listening to the waves as well, like roll in. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to be like oceanfront this time, so I could sit out here on the patio and just listen to the waves. And it's so calming and fantastic. We walked all the way down there to the far end of the beach where there's like another resort, and then walked all the way back, got in the water, swam and stuff. And then, I got in the water like twice and swam. Alex got in once with me. We came back, and then we ordered I got a Pepsi, and I think he got like a beer or something, and I was like, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna see if they're still serving lunch. And he wasn't hungry because he had gotten like the cheeseburger and quesadilla. So I went up to the little place they have by the beach. I thought they were doing like a lunch buffet, but they were doing like a la carte, like off the menu. And I've been craving, I don't know why, but like a cheeseburger, like a plant-based burger the whole time that I've been here. I think I talked about that on a vlog, but anyway, especially since Alex got a cheeseburger, which he said was just okay. He goes, it was just okay. And I'm like, yeah, because you can have a cheeseburger, but they don't have like, fake burgers here. So the menu was actually, their lunch menu was incredible. It was fantastic. And they have so many vegetarian options here. I'm blown away. So I got the pumpkin bisque with a Diet Pepsi and a water. And then I got the portobello mushroom burger, all of this was vegetarian, with truffle fries. And it was so good. And with mayonnaise, I put all over the burger, and then ketchup and mayonnaise for my fries. It was really, really good. So I ate that, and then I went back down to the beach and hung out with Alex. And we hung out for like another hour. And then I was like, I opened this 7-Up earlier, and I started drinking it. I'm not finished drinking it, but I was like, do you care if we go get in the pool? Like I like to get in the pool at the end of the day, just to kind of like rinse all of like the salt water off me and things like that, because I like to come to the room and take a nap. He was like, yeah, babe, we can. But he didn't want to get in the pool, but so he was like, we can go up there. So we went up to the pool. I got in the pool and splashed around and just swam back and forth for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. When we got out, we went back to the room. So we were back in the room early today, like by 4:30. And I had talked to Tanya earlier, so I didn't call her because I knew she was busy today. Radley's doing great. He's running around the yard, and he's having a fun time, so. We saw this frog tonight, and we went to this bar afterwards. Here, I put it on my Instagram story, but I also saved it, so hold on a second. I will show you, if you can see it. Boo Radley's new friend, Greenie, I put, and there he is. He's a little frog. He was like up against this like glass wall thing in the bar. We were kind of obsessed with him. So Alex was just like watching TV, and of course I showed that, and then it went out of focus. Come on now. Don't do this. Don't make me stop the camera. I don't want to stop the camera. Okay, I have to stop this. I should have went inside and got another battery while I stopped the camera. But anyway, so Alex was like playing his game and laying down and whatever. And I was like, well, what do you want to do? And he was like, I don't care. He was like, you know, like, do you want to just relax in the room? And I was like, yeah, let's, you know. So we were just kind of like talking and laying in bed and hanging out and stuff. I was like, babe, do you care if I lay down? I'm really tired. He was like, no, not at all. I called and talked to somebody. I can't remember. Oh, I was talking to my friend Valerie today. We talked for a long time. And so he was like, no, not at all. So I think was it Valerie I was talking to, or did I talk to her last night? I can't remember. So anyway, I was talking to somebody. And so I came inside and I was like, I'm gonna lay down, I'm like exhausted. I said, I don't know what it is about the beach, if it's, you know, the sun or the water or whatever, but I'm like really tired. So I laid down at like 4:30, it was like 4:40 I think, and I set my alarm for 6:40. And then like I woke up because my alarm went off and Alex was asleep. And I said, and he like woke up when my alarm went off too, and I said, are you sleeping? Are you taking a nap? Because he doesn't usually take naps, you know, like every once in a while he will, but not just in the middle of the day for like an hour and a half. He was like, yeah, I was so tired. And he's like, you drew the drapes and you had the fan going and it was so cozy in here and comfortable. So I go, did you set your alarm? And he goes, yeah. And I said, when did you set your alarm for? And he said 8 o'clock because we're going to dinner at 9. And I said, oh, okay. So I reset my alarm for 8 o'clock. So I literally slept for almost 4 hours and it was fantastic. It was so nice. He got up, he went and took a shower. I took a shower right after him. We changed. I did not get like dressed up fancy at all tonight. In fact, I brought 2 white button-down collared shirts with me. Both of them really for New Year's, and I had the other one, and I wore like cut-off jean shorts tonight that were like had holes in them and stuff, and with like these camouflage Birkenstock sandals. And I actually wore my trucker hat to dinner tonight. But this is my hair minus the trucker hat. So I tried the other shirt on, and it's like real baggy on me. It still looks cute. But I was like, I'm just gonna wear the shirt that I wore to New Year's Eve. So I wore jean shorts with the shirt that I wore to New Year's Eve tonight to dinner. And we went to the Steakhouse, and we both had salads to start. And then we both had, and then Alex had like an empanada. It was just like one empanada. And then we both had the carrot bisque soup, which is, their soups here are so incredible. They are so good. I love soups. But like, to try all kinds of different soups are so good. I'll tell you the thing that's really interesting about like the vegetarian stuff. I was telling Alex this, it's like, this table next to us, this guy was drinking, or was eating French onion soup, and it looked so good. And I haven't had French onion soup in a long time. And I noticed that they didn't have it marked as vegetarian or vegan on there, right? Which, because it's not, like, because of the like beef stock or chicken stock that they use in there. On the menu, they actually had on there, because like they have it in Spanish and in English, they actually had on there like original French onion soup with beef and chicken stock. Like they had that on there. I couldn't believe it. Like most restaurants you go to do not have like what kind of stock they have in them, you know? So, yeah, it's like they have a lot of really great options. And then tonight I got, it was like some kind of risotto that I got. I can't remember. It was a vegetarian risotto. And Alex got a filet that came with like mashed potatoes, I think. And then we both got a dessert. He got, I got a chocolate cake, and he got the Oreo cheesecake. And then I had a cup of coffee, and he had a glass of wine. And then we left there about 10:30, and there was a server there that we just absolutely love. He's so fantastic. And so we left there about 10:30, and Alex was like, do you want to go? They have like a really nice little bar over here that has like a disco inside, with this like really nice bar in the disco area inside. But then outside they have like all these like white leather couches and like like wood tables. It's very cool, and they have like tons of like white Christmas lights hung up and stuff like that. So that's where we hang out at night. And Alex was like, do you want to go over to the bar and have like, you know, like you can have Diet Coke and I'll have a glass of wine? And I was like, and then we can go up to the room. And I was like, yeah, sure. So we walked over to the bar. There weren't a lot of people there tonight. I was kind of surprised. I feel like a lot of people like checked out and checked in today. I don't know why, but it just kind of like, the beach was rather dead. There weren't a lot of people on the beach. I saw a lot of people like going to their rooms, like with, you know, like their luggage was being brought to their room and they were like being escorted there and stuff like that. So I feel like a lot of people checked in today. So we go there, and there was like this table right by us of like this couple, and then this woman and her daughter. Daughter was probably like 25 or something like that. And then this guy, and they were like all talking, and we were just like so relaxed. That's where we saw the frog. We were sitting like on this like built-in couch kind of thing that they had there. The back of it was glass, like plexiglass, and that's where the frog was. So right next to us, these three girls come and they sit down, and they were so funny. And like Alex and I were kind of like eavesdropping on their conversations a little bit. And like Alex just like looked at me and started like laughing at what they were saying and whatever. They were like telling stories about like something that had happened that day. But anyway, so they said something, and like Alex said something to them. And then we just started talking to them, and they were just absolutely delightful. These young girls, these college girls are from Michigan. They were, but anyway, they were just fantastic. And they're here with the one girl's mom and stepdad and sister and her sister. And they were just so sweet and so delightful. And so it was funny because at one point this one girl was like, okay, what do you guys do for a living? And because we had already like asked them like where they go to college and like what they're studying and all that kind of stuff. And so she was like, okay, no, let me guess. And I was like, you'll never guess. She was like, okay, give me well, we had asked her like what she's studying, and I said, give me a hint. And she was, okay, I'll give you a hint. And I go, okay. And she goes, oh. So she said, give me a hint what you do for a living. And I go, okay. And they started laughing. It was so funny. And so so she was like guessing, like Alex I think had already told them like what he did for a living. And so she was like, okay, let me guess what you do. She goes, I feel like you guys like own businesses or something. And I was like, no. And then she guessed I was a DJ for a strip club. And I go, no. And she goes, I'm joking. And I go, okay. And then she goes, I don't know. She goes, you guys are they were like, you guys are kind of bougie. And they were kind of like a little bougie. And I was like, Alex goes, we're bougie? And she was like, I mean, you guys are like, you well put together, you look nice and whatever. Because like they had asked us already, like, how long have you guys been together and whatever. And they were real sweet. They're like, we love gay guys, we love gay couples, and all this kind of stuff. And so the girl's like, I bet you own a business together. And we're like, no. And so she's like, okay, you look like you'd be a fashion designer. And I was like, me? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, you're so sweet. So anyway, no. And I was like, no. And so they were like, okay, just tell us. And so I was like, I make YouTube. Well, Alex was like, he makes YouTube videos. And they were like, you make YouTube videos? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, what about? And I was like, well, I have 6 channels. And so they were asking me about it. And this one girl was like, there's only one out of, this is so funny to me because like whenever like people ask me what I do that like don't know much about YouTube. I mean, these were girls that were younger too, you know. And but this one girl, she knew like of Shane Dawson, and she knew like Trisha Paytas, but the other two, like they had no clue who those people were. And she was like, oh yeah, I used to watch Trisha's hauls back in the day, and I loved her favorite. She was like, I loved her hauls, I loved her favorite videos, and so all that. So anyway, but then we just kind of talked. They were telling us about like their favorite restaurants here and like hanging out, you know, with their parents and what they thought of the New Year's thing and all this kind of stuff. They were very sweet. They were really sweet girls. We had a fun time talking to them. So I feel like we've met some just like really absolutely just really nice people here this time. I mean, the service is just unbelievably impeccable. unbelievable. And the people that we've met have been really friendly. I will say this, like, I've actually overheard a lot of really, really rude people. And I wouldn't say tons, but I would say people that kind of come across as a little entitled or kind of demanding of, like, the people that are like the staff around here and whatever, and it just is, it's so cringe and so embarrassing, you know. Like Alex's like mantra is always that remember you're in somebody else's country, and so it's embarrassing, like, you know, I guess, you know, especially when you're an American in somebody else's country and you're acting like you deserve to be treated a certain way or something. I don't know. But I don't see tons of that, I wouldn't say. I think the majority of the people that I've, you know, interacted with or seen are just like, you know, been very, very nice. Okay, so somebody put a comment on, oh, the battery's gonna die. Hold on, I'm gonna go get another battery. Okay, I'm back. Alex is watching TikToks of Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton performing together. And I said, did you know that Dolly Parton is Miley Cyrus's godmother? And he said, I did not know that. So, but somebody commented on my video and said that they were going to try to be really vague about it, but do I still stay in contact with somebody? I didn't understand what you meant by that at all. So if you want to email me and ask me if I stay in contact with somebody, or and then I'll reference it in a video, or if you want to give me a more of a vague, and I don't know, like, I didn't understand what you meant by that. The shaman thing, I wanted to talk about that before I got off the video. So, when we were here 3 years ago, Alex did it. And it was like this shaman renewal experience that they did on the beach. And that was right after PP had passed away, and Alex really, you know, he's not like a super spiritual person, but he really wanted to do something like that. And Alex is somebody that likes to experience anything that he possibly can that's new and try new things, you know? And he really, really enjoyed it and was very emotionally moved the last time. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try it with you. And he's like, are you gonna do it? And I said, yeah, sure, I'll try it. Anything. So it was funny because when you get there, like, they have all these pillows that are probably like 2 feet by 2 feet set up, like these white pillows on the beach that are all like in this like half circle. And then there was a woman playing a drum, and then the guy that like did the shaman ritual. And so we had like one pillow next to us, and the couple that we met from Philadelphia, they like ran in at the last minute and like sat down next to us, so we were next to them. But so the whole thing is, I mean, they light a lot of, like, I think it's sage or whatever, and then he says a lot of things. You don't know what he's saying. Like, because I said to Alex, I said, do you understand what he's saying? He's like, he's not speaking Spanish. He's like, they translated, like the guy that was like translating it would get on the microphone, he would say, okay, he's doing this now, and then like they had a stand and they blessed the east or the south, north, south, east, and west. And then the part where they called us up there, which looked like a marriage ritual, like we were renewing our wedding vows, that was where like they like would say your name, like each of your names as a family member, and then they blessed your family as a whole unit. And so they called up each person, like each family individually. So some families were like 4, 6 people. Other people were by themselves. Other people were just, you know, a couple like us. The whole thing lasted about 45 minutes. It was very cool. It was very nice. I looked over at one point and Alex was just bawling his eyes out. I got very emotionally moved. The thing that's interesting, and Alex and I were talking about this, is you don't know what he's saying. You have no idea like what he's saying or anything like that. And so, but there were certain points, like there was a point where I looked up at the moon, and then I just looked at the horizon, and it just was like, I just was so emotionally moved, you know, and not so much about the experience, just about like things in my life, you know. Yeah. So that was the shaman experience, and it was really nice. It was really enjoyable. And then tomorrow we're gonna get up, eat breakfast, and then go to the beach. And it's gonna be another beach day and nap day and relaxation day and dinner, and you know, it's nice. So I did want to say one thing about the video that I did yesterday when I was talking about, like, because I went into more discussion about it on the vlog than I did in my video that I posted on my Peter Monn channel, where I talked about friends of mine that I had going into 2022 that I thought our relationship was stronger than it was, that then I found out that it wasn't that way. And maybe I'm reading into things, but I felt like I got a couple comments from people that were like, you know, you can't really have expectations for people when you, and I know that, like, I have lowered my expectations for a lot of people in my life through the years. There's a lot of things I don't talk about on here of people that I have really lowered my expectations of, and I'm sure people have lowered their expectations for me over the years as well, right? It's not like I felt like, well, everybody should just be like waiting in line or calling me every day. I did not feel that way at all. And I don't feel like, in all honesty, you guys, like, I mean, let's just have a lasso of truth moment. I have really felt like a burden on a lot of people this year. It's been tough to ask people for favors, to ask people for rides, to just call people up and be like, I'm just really having a day today. I mean, you know, I can't talk to my therapist every single day. I mean, I could, you know, and pay him for it, but sometimes I just need to talk, you know, and it's a lot of people that I haven't even talked about really, like, on this channel that you guys would even really know, but there were just some friendships, and I'm not the person either that, like, you give a gift, you should receive a gift. I don't feel that way. I guess I just thought, like, I guess I just was surprised, you know, like, and you know, a lot of people were like, well, you don't know what that person's going through, maybe they couldn't be there for you. I get it, like, I understand that. I make excuses for people, you know, like, I would say things, you know, to people in my life, like, my feelings are really hurt, and, you know, like, other people in my life would say, F it, you know, like, if they can't be there for you, they can't be there for you, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you need to reevaluate that friendship, which is what I would say to somebody, in all honesty. You know, like, I believe that people come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. But when I've had friends that have been, like, for a long time, and I don't hear from them for months on end, and they're just living their lives, and I don't know, it was hurtful, it was hard, you know, and I also think because that's not who I am as a person, and I'm not patting my own back or saying I'm some great person or whatever. There's a lot of areas in being a friend that I could improve on, and I try to work on that and be a better person. I'm just telling my truth on this channel, and my truth is that there were friendships that I had going into 2022 that I don't have anymore going into 2023, and that isn't entirely because I said let's get rid of these friendships. Most of the time it wasn't even that at all. Most of the time it was because I haven't heard from them in 8 or 9 months, you know, and you know, I even granted them the understanding of maybe they don't know what to say, but I don't really know that it's that difficult to reach out to somebody that you care about and say, hey, I just want to see if you're doing okay. You know, how many times do I say at the end of my videos, reach out to somebody and see if they're, you know, and just let them know how much you care about them. I just don't think that's difficult, you guys. I just really don't, and I honestly don't think it's a lot to ask. You know, when you know that somebody's just sitting on their front porch day in and day out, to reach out to them and be like, hey, I was thinking of you today, maybe once a month or every other month, you know, just checking in. you okay? Like, you know, things like that. And especially when I had reached out to a lot of those people and just never received a return text or phone call or anything, you know. And the flip side to that, and this is what's really important, was that I really realized who my ride or die people are. I really realized who, I mean, I had some friends of mine in my, like, you know, Caroline is loving and compassionate and kind and giving. She is challenging as hell too, you know. She'll say, you need to do this and you need to do that and you'll need to do that. I mean, she's constantly like, if I was running your life would be go a lot easier. My friend Valerie is the same way. You need to schedule this appointment. You need to do this. You need to do that. Tanya is the same way. Alex is the same way. My sponsor is the same way. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have people that are challenging in my life. I don't need people to kiss my ass, but I do need friendships that are reciprocal as I grow older, even if it's just a few, you know what I mean? I don't share things on this channel because I have to be right. Like, that's not why I share things. I want to make that clear. I don't share things to be right. I share things because it's just my truth. And my truth was, I honestly was just surprised. That was it. It was really no deeper than that. That people that I had considered diehard deep friends, I just, you know, I have a friend of mine, a very, very dear friend of mine, been friends for 15 years, that I reached out to numerous times. His wife finally texted me and was like, hey, like, just wanted to let you know, like, he's been really busy with work and things like that, right? Okay, I mean, I see your social media. I see how socially active you guys are, and I'm glad that you're having a lot of fun going out and doing things like that. I get it, right? Okay. I think I probably texted him and called him 6-7 times. I have yet to receive a return phone call or text message from him, you know? And I just was like, well, so do I understand that other people have things going on in their lives? Absolutely. Is it hurtful? Yeah, it is. It's hurtful. And is it a lesson that maybe I need to be more aware when people are going through things? That maybe, you know, my stuff's not as important and I need to focus on what they're going through? Absolutely. I need to suit up and show up and be a good friend for the people in my life, you know? That's sometimes all we have to give. And but I just wanted to say something about that because, you know, I don't know how it came across what I was saying in my video yesterday. Some people were like, this is a really important topic. Other people were like, yeah, but people got stuff going on too. And I get it, like I said, you know. And like I said in my other video, like, I'm not mad about it. I'm not angry. I'm not resentful. You know, like, that's one of the things that, like, I was talking to Alex about this tonight. Not this specific topic, but something else, talking about resentment. And I said, you know, in recovery, we talk about the resentments being the #1 offender, you know. I don't want to carry resentments around with me, which is why I do inventory and I take a look at my part in that and whatever. Like, and sometimes my part is, why am I holding on to this resentment? Why am I not willing to let go of it? I'm not angry. I'm not resentful of these people. I think it's sometimes okay to say goodbye to a friendship. This is something I've learned years ago when I watched this Oprah where she said it's okay to say goodbye to friendships. Does that mean that down the road, a year from now, like, if my friend, like the guy I was talking about, picked up the phone and called me and said, hey, I'm really sorry, like, that I never texted you or called you back, but, like, I miss you as a friend? Absolutely, I would have that conversation with him, you know? Like, I miss him. I love him. And I'm not angry and I'm not resentful and I get it, you know? But looks like Alex is going to sleep. Life lessons are hard, you know, sometimes. I got a Snicker bar in there with my name on it. We came back to the room tonight. Okay, so we slept so late. They usually come and like turn down your pillows and put like these chocolates on the bed and everything, which is like one of my favorite things. And we came back to the room. Like, okay, while we were napping, they came and knocked on our door. And so Alex was like, can you come back like in... First time he said a half an hour. The second time he said an hour. So we came back to the room, and like they put your, you know, they dim the lights, they pull your, it's very nice. I love it. It's like my favorite thing. They put your slippers next to the bed. They put the little chocolates on your, you know, bed on this like little tray with like the breakfast order menu and everything like that. And so we came to our room, and I was like, did they clean it, or did they do the night thing? And so Alex walked in first. He was like, they didn't do it. And I was like, I don't have my chocolates tonight. I want my chocolates. So anyway, you guys, it's 2:29. I'm gonna get off here so that I can make sure that this vlog gets up tonight before I fall asleep. It's already super late. This is getting up. I don't know that I'm gonna vlog every night this week. If it gets late again, I might just, you know, skip a night. I don't even know that I'll put it up on the Vloggerinos group or whatever. Just, I'll try to, so you guys know. But those have to get approved, and then, but on the community tab, I'll make sure that I post something if I do it. But I'll let you guys know, like, later in the week, like, if I'm not going to vlog or something like that, you know, just so you guys know, like, you know. But I may not, like today I didn't film any videos besides this vlog, but I wanted to make sure that I did something over here, because you guys are so supportive of me, and I appreciate it. And, yeah. I was kind of thinking about, like, the week when PP passed away and we came to Mexico. Like, I didn't film any videos out. I think I filmed one video, and that was it. And it was really nice to just be, like, completely disconnected from social media. But I don't feel that disconnected from social media, but I haven't been picking up my phone a lot. Like, I'm picking it up, like, once or twice a day. The other day I tweeted out, like, a bunch, like, on New Year's Day, I tweeted out a bunch of stuff, like, in the morning. I mean, it is kind of fun for me, honestly, to, like, get my coffee in the morning, you know, and then, like, just kind of sit there and be on social media. I don't really do that at home. Like, you would think that I do. I do look through my social media, but I don't, like, get a cup of coffee and, like, sit there and just kind of, like, enjoy it, you know? So it is kind of fun for me. Now, tomorrow, I think I am going to do a drama video. And I have another booktube video that I want to make, but I may make it when I get back. I don't know. And then I'll vlog, of course, tomorrow night, unless we get back to the room really late. So anyway, all right, you guys, I'm going to get off here now. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing, what is today? Monday, but now it's Tuesday. And 2 for 2, you guys. 2 magically amazing days I've had as we go into, so it's been a really great year so far. I'm so happy. I felt really physically well today. Oh, and my stomach didn't hurt today at all. I didn't have any stomach problems really today at all. Couldn't believe it. And so I'm very thankful for that. And thank you for all the suggestions that you guys gave me too. Somebody said something about the elimination diet, when you, like, eliminate anything that you think that, like, might, I think that's, like, a really good suggestion for me, so thank you for that. And then somebody else talked about, like, not eating dairy for a week and seeing how that affects you. I may try that as well. There were a couple suggestions that people gave me, so I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Monday or Tuesday or whenever you're watching this. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. You might just be putting a smile on their face, changing their day, making them feel important, making them feel loved, and it's a big deal. It really is. And I love you guys. Oh, also be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more, and be kinder and love yourselves a little bit more. I was gonna do this, but that's so corny. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'm sorry, That's corny. I love you guys. But do you remember when YouTubers used to do that back in the day? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.